I'm sitting at home and I'm seeing Twitter talk about how Texas Longhorns football is back. And then I'm seeing Texas Longhorns football is not back. And then I'm seeing Texas Longhorns football and the entire Big 12 as a conference is a dumpster fire. Because Kansas State came back on Oklahoma. And Texas Tech and Texas are putting up points on each other, but Texas can't match point for point. And then Texas comes up with a huge comeback. And I'm just like, okay, now I just got to put everything down and I got to tune in. And as I turn on that game on Fox, I thought to myself, no question, it's a Gus Johnson game. It's got to be Gus. The way that this is going, the way that the score's going, and Texas is going in for the tie. No, it's our buddy Timmy B, Tim Brando, was calling it. And Texas Tech decides to, after having the game tied on them with 9 seconds to go, coming up on 4th down, decides to call timeout with 9 seconds left as opposed to wait 5 more seconds and put a ball up in the air for a little Hail Mary. Maybe you get yourself a defensive penalty, you can kick a field goal and win. But they called timeout too fast. Too many points on the board, too many seconds on the clock, because you can't run around for 5 seconds and then throw the Hail Mary. It's too much of a risk. They punted. Overtime hits. I hate college football overtime. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. It removes the kicking game, not completely out, because obviously sometimes field goals are necessary. But it does eventually remove the kicking game out because it forces everybody to go for 2 if it keeps on going on. Put the ball on the 25. It's like putting a runner on second base to start extra innings.
Terrible.
I hate it. I hate it. But Texas scores and Texas Tech doesn't. Although it was a reversal of what appeared to be the last play of the game. It wasn't a fumble. It was actually an incomplete pass. It just went to the last drop, and I thought to myself, this is what I thought to myself. The Big 12 best not twitch in any direction, that the Big 10 has not played enough games, and thus whoever goes through, hopefully, a 7+1 Big 10 season does not deserve a seat at the college football table for the playoffs. Don't twitch in that direction after what I just saw.
I want to know how there are 3 Big Ten teams in the AP Top 25.
That is ridiculous.
They haven't played any games.
But look, we should not. This is not going to be a normal season at all. You know, and the fact that Notre Dame was supposed to play, they had their game postponed because of COVID.
Right.
Houston's had 5 games postponed due to COVID.
They're never
LSU gave up 600 passing yards to. By the way, congrats to Mike Leach. Knows how to make an entrance, whether it's coming off of whether it's coming off of a private jet with a cowbell or an actual entrance into the SEC. I mean, this kid, KJ Costello, what a great story he is, the transfer from Stanford. Coming back from injury, throwing 600 yards.
I wonder if he
in
gave
LSU.
KJ the same speech he gave Gardner Minshew. Hey, want to lead the nation in passing?
Yes, right.
Come play for me.
He probably did. By the way, he probably did. That's what Mike Leach said he told Gardner Minshew when he was kicking around.
Gardner was going to go to Alabama to be a GA, right?
He said, well, you can either hold a clipboard or you can come here and lead the nation in passing. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Worked out.
Mike Leach knows how to coach offense, I'll tell you that. So, you know, it was very entertaining seeing SEC football. And college football felt great. It was great. And just let's hope that everybody's vectors crossing leads to no more COVID tests. And everybody goes back to their dorms or whatever they do. Just sit tight.
I think we'll find out in a few days.
It's tough to tell college kids, certainly big men on campus, don't be a big man anywhere on campus and stay home.
Yeah.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.